And starting with Tesla, Tesla officially announced yesterday that they're ending the production of the Model S and the Model X. They're going to end production by June 30th, and to this date, about 740,000 of them have been delivered, each one helping define an era of Tesla's history. Salute to two amazing products. And Elon reposted that. And Tesla did say that they are using the space that they're going to get from ending those production lines in order to build a 1 million Tesla Optimus production line in the Fremont factory. And so the Tesla Optimus account said Model S and X will live on through me. Warren Redlich quoted that saying, "I predicted S and X would be discontinued. I'm still sad to see them go. I'm a bit surprised they're building Optimus in California." Elon replied to that saying, "Optimus version 4 will be built in Texas at much higher volume." And then Jason DeBolt quoted Warren Redlich, and he said, "I'm sad to hear that the Model S and Model X will be discontinued, but it makes complete sense. I ordered my Model S in 2011 and took delivery in early 2013. It was a rare vehicle even in Palo Alto and Mountain View at that time. I gave many test rides to my coworkers, helping me build conviction to accumulate Tesla from 2013 onwards. I remember one guy in particular who was critical of the Model S, going from saying it was an expensive golf cart to ordering a Tesla after I gave him a test drive. It was wild to see the realization on people's faces when they experienced the Model S for the first time. They went from critics to customers faster than I had seen anyone change their minds. The Model S was a spaceship." Up until now, the Model S was arguably Tesla's biggest step change product ever, literally pushing Tesla from 0 to 1 as a company. Tesla achieved its first profitable quarter in Q1 2013 from strong Model S sales. Consistent profitability was achieved 7 years later in 2020 with the Model 3 and Model Y. Within a decade, very few people will even know that Tesla ever made the Model S or X. Within 2 decades, most people won't even remember that Tesla ever made human-operated vehicles. The original Roadster was the proof of concept. The Model 3 and Y were the people's Teslas. The Model S and X were the most iconic flagship Tesla vehicles. They drove critical early adoption and made Tesla a going concern. The Model 3 and Y came to the rescue and made Tesla truly profitable. Every step-change Tesla product rescues the company while simultaneously launching it to new heights. FSD and Optimus are next. And Elon reposted that. And Jeffrey said, "I wanted to say a few words about Tesla and Elon Musk regarding their decision announced during yesterday's earnings call to end the production of the S and X. From the start, I've been a giant fan, investor, and supporter of Tesla. I was the happy purchaser of the 2008 Roadster and 2012 Model S, both VIN number 003. I continue to hold them in pristine condition until one day they go into either the Tesla Museum or another tech or automotive museum. I still drive my 2010 Roadster, and I have owned a number of Model S's and X's over the years. As I once told Elon, the Model S goes alongside the PC, Mac, iPad, and iPhone as the greatest consumer tech products ever created, in my opinion. I recently upgraded my personal older Teslas with 2026 Model S and a 2026 Model X Plaid. They are all the best cars I've ever owned. I did this even knowing that the writing was on the wall that they would be discontinued, as the sales numbers were a rounding error compared to the Model 3 and Y. I did buy a 2026 Model Y as well when it came out. It is an excellent car and at the price a very good value. Over the years, I also subsidized employees across my various organizations with a $7,500 credit towards the purchase of a Tesla, and that was on top of the federal EV credits when they existed. I am proud to have introduced hundreds of people to owning Tesla vehicles, especially in the early days when the sales mattered. While I miss future versions of the S and X, I have no doubt that Tesla will continue to make great cars and that FSD is now amazing. While I will miss future versions of the S and X, I have no doubt that Tesla will continue to make great cars and that FSD is now amazing. I have little doubt that whatever package the FSD is wrapped inside, it will be a great experience." Elon always said that Tesla was intended to be more than a car company, and today it is already a major player in renewable energy, manufacturing, software, and well on its way to being a winner in robotics and whatever future areas of tech hold the most promise. So farewell to the Model S and X with gratitude for the many years of enjoyment, and hello to the future. Elon said, "Thanks, Jeff. You rock." Elon said the S and X are amazing vehicles. Get them while still available. And Omar said, "No more sexy, just the 3 and Y." Elon said S and X will always continue to exist in the fleet, just not in production, but it is still a little sad. And with the S and X getting discontinued, Marquez Brownlee speculates that the Roadster is so cooked. Elon replied saying new Roadster will be incredible. And back in 2008, when Tesla was working on the Roadster, this headline read, "Tesla gets another $40 million lifeline." In 2026, Tesla does $40 million in sales every 3 hours. Elon said, "We've come a long way." And in response to the earnings call yesterday, Tesla Economics said wartime CEO activated. Elon and the Tesla team are locked in. I've followed Tesla for years, and I can honestly say this is the most bullish I've ever felt about the company's future. The Q4 2025 shareholder deck made it clear. I read it 3 times. And today, Elon and Tesla management doubled down on Tesla's next book, which is Autonomy and AI Robotics. 2026 is going to be Tesla's year, and Elon replied with some flames. He said on the call that the Cybercab does not have a steering wheel or pedals. It either drives itself or it does not drive. And Elon reposted that. And Tesla included on the Q4 earnings report the upcoming cities that are going to receive robotaxi. You can see that Austin is so far is the only city ramping unsupervised without a safety driver. The Bay Area still has a safety driver, and robotaxi is coming to Dallas, Houston, Phoenix, Miami, Orlando, Tampa, and Las Vegas next. And Omar says, while everyone was marveling at the fact that Tesla solved FSD, we missed the fact that they've seemingly solved 4680 cells and dry electrode coating as well. 4680 cells are no longer framed as experimental. They are now a cost down and supply security lever. Tesla emphasized manufacturing learning curves, not chemistry breakthroughs. That's a signal they think the physics risk is behind them. This reduces long-term gross margin risk more than people realize. And Elon reposted that. And Tesla said that they're aiming for AI5 to be 50 times better than AI4. They said development of our in-house custom-designed AI5 and AI6 inference chips for autonomy progressed during the quarter, with production planned for 27 and 28 respectively. We are targeting a 50x improvement in performance for AI5 relative to AI4 thanks to 10x raw compute, 9x memory capacity, and 5x hardened block quantization and softmax function. Elon replied saying 50x on a worst case operations per second bottleneck, but closer to 12x all things considered. Still obviously a giant improvement. And after the Q4 report, Tesla's cumulative free cash flow reaches $21.7 billion, going back to the inception of the company. And when compared with other pure electric vehicle makers, it looks like only XPeng so far has started to reverse course and generate a positive cash flow. You can see them right there in gray. And Elon reposted this. And Tesla expects record capital expenditures in 2026. They guided for $20 billion in capex spend this year. Elon replied to this saying, we are building a lot of things. And if I recall from listening to the call, that $20 billion in capex this year is going to the fact that they're starting 6 new factories. They need a lot of compute for Optimus. And Elon also said an official Terafab announcement from Tesla is likely coming, but I'm not sure if that's a part of the guidance for this year's capex. Maybe it's next year. And someone says, Elon, I have a question. If AI will be taking over all the jobs, why do you still recommend people give birth more, knowing fully well there will be less jobs? I hope you reply. Elon said there will be universal high income and childcare, and I love humanity, and I don't want us to all die out.